motherfuckers, we are back with the next Train Simulator Classic request video, and let's hope this one is a damn sight more successful than the last one. So this is a request from Nicky Boom 75, and yeah, on the surface it all looks like this is going to be quite straightforward. So the route, we are on the Liverpool to Manchester Piccadilly via Warrington route, well, that DLC, and I mean we are basically doing that route anyway. We are starting at Liverpool Lime Street. Our destination is Manchester Piccadilly, and yeah, we are going to be going via Warrington. It's one of the few stops that we will be making on this particular run. So we'll stop at Liverpool Parkway, Widnes, Warrington, Manchester Oxford Road and Manchester Piccadilly. So there's a few stops, not a huge number, but enough. So our train for this route, or this run, is a Class 802 in the Hull Trains livery. It's a 5-car train, and because we are on this particular route, yeah, we're going to be using the diesel engine, so we're not going to see it performing at its absolute peak. It's also not going to get the chance to go anywhere near its top speed, even diesel engine top speed. And the specifics, so it is winter, it is clear weather, and it's 8 PM, it is a night run. Well, the fact that it's clear weather means that yeah, we should be in a much better state than we were in the previous video. So anyway, that is the setup. All pretty standard stuff, I think, but it's all looking pretty good. So let's get this up and running. Okay, here we are. Let's get everything set up before we take a look outside. So there we are.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Right, so we'll have full headlights because it is a night run. Need to sort the cab lights out as well. Desk illumination is actually already set. We'll put the reading light on as well. Okay, I think we're all right there. We won't be using the speed set for this run because, yeah, with the diesel engine it's just not very reliable. So yeah, we are almost there. So here is our 802 in the Hull Trains livery. So obviously this service would be going on further than it is in this particular video. We're taking it as far as Manchester, but yeah, once it's done at Manchester, it will be yeah, continuing with the number 2 driver. Right, so we also did a quick test with the old doors. Anyone who wanted to get on has now got on. So let's turn off DRA and let's get underway. leave those crappy class 142s behind. So we get a brief taste of daylight before we enter the 1,000,001 tunnels as we leave Lime Street. Because I did say, yeah, our taste of daylight is 8 PM in winter. There's no daylight anywhere. I should have said, yeah, our taste of the open air briefly. So we are entering the 40 zone. Soon be able to pick up some speed. There we are. So it'll take us up to 30 because, yeah, we have that 30 mph limit coming along. We are now currently on a 1 in 93 uphill climb, so yeah, speed is coming down at a pretty good rate. So uphill climb is levelling out slightly. It's still steep enough. So we're into the 30 zone. In fact, we entered it just as we were going over those points. We finally emerge into the open air as we are entering Edge Hill Station. We need to slow down slightly. There we go. For the 25 zone. As we join the main line. Now, even though it's not marked on the route display, we are able to pick up speed earlier than, yeah, before we reach that 80 mph zone there. In fact, yeah, we are now able to go up to 30. Past an old 158, two old 158s for that matter. So turn off that main line, which might be Chatmoss, I'm not sure. We come on to here, which I think might be part of the West Coast Main Line, but we don't stay here for very long. We're on a 1 in 94 uphill climb here, so now we are now entering an 80 zone, and with us being just a 5-car train, I don't know what caused that. We're on a 1 in 199 downhill gradient, but it was enough for us to start picking up speed. Did not expect that. Anyway, we're now in the 80 zone. We'll accelerate as best we can. This thing with using its diesel engine, it's not its peak performance, but so Mossley Hill, the next station. It's another one that we are just going straight through. Yeah, a train that's running this sort of time is not going to bother with any of these small commuter stops, especially as this is a train which, as you can quite clearly see, is making its way to Hull, so it's very much an intercity train. So we're on a 1 in 113 downhill. So we are certainly gaining speed as we coast here. So here is Mossley Hill station, very small. So we're now in an 80 zone. But yeah, as we can clearly see, not only on the route display, but this flashing yellow, we're coming off this line as we go through West Allerton station. Liverpool South Parkway, yeah, this is one of our stops. I think I just called it Liverpool Parkway, didn't I? But yeah, Liverpool South Parkway, that's what I meant. Shitty old 142. And another. Brakes on this thing are not great, so I'm having to brake harder and earlier than I would normally like. Okay, we're all right there. So yeah, doors are opening. They're not going to stay open for long. There you go. So yes, this is Liverpool South Parkway. Right, onwards. So just 20 mph from here on. So now into a 30 zone. Believe me, I have certainly noticed that the electrification has gone on for a lot longer than I thought it would. I mean, I know it is going to stop, but yeah, I don't know where. I'm feeling it's not very far away. So, into the 85 zone, away we go. So Hunt's Cross, the first of many small commuter stops or commuter stations we're not stopping at. So there we are, the electrification has now stopped. So yeah, Hunt's Cross station. Certainly well illuminated, which is rather handy. So Halewood, next station. There you go, quite well lit up. Clearly still in a very much a residential area. No shortage of housing and that. And then as soon as I say that, it stops at that side. In fact, it now stops on both sides. So we have old Huey Green turning up, about a mile and a quarter away. There we are, Howell Green. I assume it's pronounced Howell Green anyway, but yeah. So, Widnes is the next station. We will be stopping there. This is quite a small station here. Yeah, so even though we're only in a 5-car Emu, but yeah, the last car could not make it onto the platform. Nowhere near it. The door's still open though. So yeah, this is Widnes. Okay, onwards. So our next stop is Warrington. no idea what that power station is. I'm pretty sure I say that every time we do this run. I'm wondering if Warrington might actually be the next stop. Now, as soon as I say that, there we go. So, Sankey for Pancras is the next stop, or next station anyway, but we are not stopping there, and I am speeding. I saw that just too late. We're on a 1 in 158 downhill, which is just enough for us to be picking up speed. Even though we are just coasting. So yeah, here we are, Sankey for Pancras station, not a very small one. Now we've got to slow down a bit here, approaching a 50 mph section. So I think this is the approach to Warrington, because we have that long, I mean it's a sort of bridge, I think. So it looks like on, yeah, oh no, there it is. So yeah, that is what this is for. So, yep. Oh, we still need to slow down a little bit more for the upcoming 40 mph section. There we go. Still half a mile away, but we slowed down for it. Looks like I've forgotten to actually put the lights on in any of the passenger cabins. Oh no, that looks like they're all okay. So it must just be tinted windows or something. So into a 40 zone. As we go over this, I mean, yeah, okay, it does certainly look like a sort of viaduct. It's an extremely long one. It's not a particularly tall one either, but nevertheless, it is what it is. absolutely crawling in here. I think we've rather overdone it a bit with this one. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've got the whole train on the platform here. Yeah, that's fine. As always, the doors were open for literally, 3 seconds. We didn't even get to look around. So yeah, this is Warrington, or Warrington Central. I didn't think Warrington was really big enough to have more than one station. Still. Right, onwards. So our next stop is Manchester Oxford Road, which is more or less right on top of Manchester Piccadilly. So yeah, we have, as near as damn it, 16 miles before our next station, or our next stop anyway. We've got quite a few of these small small commuter stations along the way, but yeah, we just go straight through them. So Padgate is the first of those commuter stations. So into the 65 zone. This curve here is clearly why we have that speed reduction. And once we're off it, we can, yeah, we're entering an 85 zone. We have Padgate station coming up. Here is Padgate station. Yep, straight through. Birchwood is next. At Birchwood station. So Glazebrook next, in a mile and a half. As I say, having the full moon is certainly helping keeping everywhere much better lit than I was expecting. Yep, there we are. There is Glazebrook. This has got a half decent sort of like station building there. So next is Earlham, and yeah, that is coming along at quite the rate. It's quite close between those two. So yeah, there we are. Earlham again has a nice old style station building. So Flixton is the next station. We are on a bit of a climb, but it is about to go downhill, so we're not going to stay at full throttle for particularly long. So yeah, now down 1 in 135, we are picking up speed. Shitty 142 passing us. So we got yeah, 3 stations in very quick succession here. So it's, yeah, Flixton station, really not much there. So Chasson Road is the next one. I don't think there's going to be too much there either. Yeah, again, very simple, no frills layout. Urmston is next. And then we have a 4th in fairly quick succession. So yeah, here we are at Urmston. At least we got some sort of station building there, which isn't bad. So we have Humphrey Park next. And then, yeah, Trafford Park. So we certainly know we're into Manchester now as we approach that most hateful of shitholes. namely, of course, Old Trafford Stadium. I mean, Old Trafford Cricket Ground, yeah, I've got no problem with that. There's been some great test matches there. Old Trafford Football Stadium, no, I'd gladly bomb the place. There you go, that's Humphrey Park. That was a really small station. Really not much there at all. Lost quite a bit of speed here. So here we are, Trafford Park. There is, yeah, ye mighty shithole. Thankfully we are not stopping here. There is a station, yeah, right there. So into the 30 mph zone. The electrification is back. So 1 in 97 uphill climb. We do need to apply a bit of power just to maintain our speed. I don't really want to be accelerating. Yeah, now 1 in 188. It's not so bad. Yeah, so we are fine for the upcoming 25 mph limit. So you can join on to this main line section. Still climbing, 1 in 100 as we enter Deansgate station. Right, so fine for the upcoming 20 mph zone. Just as we enter Manchester Oxford Road, our penultimate stop. Yeah, I think I just opened the wrong side. Yeah, I did. So let's try opening the right side. I've got to remember the right key. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. Oh, it looks like the doors outside didn't open. There we go. No one getting on or off anyway, and yeah, as always the doors were open. I mean, it was just like, you know, 2 or 3 seconds. Okay, so get back underway then. The final well, barely half a mile to Manchester Piccadilly. So yeah, we're in this weird stretch where the speed does pick up. You can go up to 35, but what's the point when you've got to slow down to 20 in, you know, 0.3 of a mile? We will pick up a bit of speed, but I really don't see the point in it. I think I overdid the braking somewhat there. We're now on a 1 in 91 climb and it's getting steeper. Okay, it is now levelling out. So, into a 20 zone. And there we are. So that was Liverpool Lime Street to Manchester Piccadilly in the class 802. Whole train's delivery the 802, and yeah, a winter night run, and that was a good run. I am quite yeah, getting to quite like these night runs, and yeah, it was also the first in 3 videos where, yeah, things actually went well. I wasn't constantly derailing like the last video, and it wasn't a god-awful train to drive like the video before that. So yeah, I think we are back on course for these to be actually half decent. However, I'm still not driving particularly brilliantly, because I think I got about 3 or 4 speeding errors. We'll soon find out. Yeah, 4, which is a bit ridiculous, but at least we got there anyway, so it's certainly a day or so better than the last video. So there we are. That's yeah, that's that run completed. Another good night run. Yeah, good stuff. So that brings that video to an end, and we will see you at the next one.